Well, guys, I got to thinking about everybody's probably just getting tired of all these just updating my tanks, right? Well, they change so fast. And I really didn't think about the changes I've made since my last update. Let me take this off of the... So, I brought some of my fishies in from the pond. Let's see who we can get in here. And he ended up with a chunk out of his tail, and I think Miss Dottie was the culprit. But she's been with the guppies ever since I got her. But that's the only thing I can think of. Either that or that big old honking female got tired of being pestered. She's huge. And my other pretty male, he'll come in there. He is. I brought him in from the pond. And I actually got some really pretty little ones. Isn't he neat looking? I just wish I would get my fish. I ordered fish from Michael's Fish Room a long time ago, and my patience is really starting to wear thin. I understand he had his heart attack. I don't know what it is about this Amano shrimp. She's huge. I think of her as Dorothy. She's the only one I have. And I don't see her very often, but when I do, she's such a character. I fed some crushed peas last night. See, Father Fish says I need to add more sand because they're kicking up the substrate. But I fed some crushed peas last night, and I caught her down here on the sand with a big old chunk of pea. And I wanted to get my camera and see if I could get her on there, because I don't catch her on the camera very often. And by the time I got up there, she had taken her chunk of pea and went upside down on that leaf right there, where that guppy's at. And she was upside down on that leaf eating her chunk of pea. It was pretty funny. Yeah, you're gonna get got, aren't you? Anyway, Dottie is getting really pretty. She's got to have some cellophane in her lineage. Her fins are getting clear. I wish I could get her down here, but she's gonna be camera shy for me today. Anyway, new residents in here are some nearite snails. And I don't see a single one of them anywhere. Of course, the prettiest one, the first thing he did was burrow down in the sand. I think he's in the sand back in there somewhere. Is that one of them? No, it's a leaf. Anyway, I got 3 different colors of them. One of them is striped. And one of them just has the little speckles in a line. And one of them's kind of seems to be like a combination of both. It's like his back half is striped, and then his front half has the speckles. But of course they've disappeared and I don't see them anywhere. So I still have all 6 emerald quarries. I don't know what is up with this stupid camera. They have done so many updates on this thing, and I can't get it set where I can get decent video out of it anymore. I used to get such pretty video out of this thing. Now you don't get decent video unless you're right on top of them. Anyway, there's that. This tank has some new residents. You can see them over there. I got a trio of blue hyphen platies. And I only see 2 of them. I don't know where the other one's hiding out somewhere. This tank is such a jungle. Uh-oh, it looks like I might have lost one of the platies. I'll have to get in there and look. And I put 3 yo-yo loaches in here. And I've got 2 left. Let's see if we can get them on camera. They're really pretty though. They're really cool. And I don't know what it is. My water is extremely hard. On the test strips, they go up to 8.5. And anyway, these crazy little yo-yo loaches, I bought them because of this overabundance of pond snails. And I've never seen them go after one of the snails. They eat the biofilm and the algae that's on the plants that they skim across the top of the aquarium when I feed flakes, and they eat the bug bites that fall down into the substrate. But I've never seen them try to eat one of these snails in here. So, of course, I put one of my nearite snails in there. They went after that thing immediately. So I had to take him out, and I put him over here with the other 2 that I got. So, there have been quite a few changes. This tank has started developing some algae. I've decided to quit giving these things a haircut at all. The algae's concentrated right here in this middle part here. The rest of the tank is good. So I added the duckweed to try to mitigate that. I just scooped it out of the pond. And I got a couple of babies out of the pond in here too, along with the duckweed. But they're hiding right now, so we'll see what those grow into. And this one, I took out. Well, first thing I did was I gave it a big haircut because it was overgrown like the other one. And it was doing okay. It started developing a little bit of algae. And then I took out this planter that I had it connected to, and it just went all to crap. Now the whole thing's covered with algae. So I added duckweed in that one too. So we'll see if it'll balance itself out. I'm going to do like Father Fish says, and the next time I have a whole day to work on tank maintenance, I will add some more sand to it. For y'all that know me and my family, I'm going to move over here to Artemis's tank, so hold on. Y'all know that my husband had prostate surgery. He went in the hospital Thursday and got out yesterday. And everything went well. He's doing good. And he will go next week to talk to the oncologist and see about getting some. That there, guys, is just rust from one of these clips. I use these clips for everything. The rust doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't hurt the plants. So I just did a water change in here, but I added some water from my pond, hoping to soften it up a little bit. Arty's still got the sore on his head and his mouth. I I've done everything but salt. So if anybody has an idea what I can do to try to clear up that sore on his head, he's had it ever since I got him. I got him, what, about 2 months ago? Something along those lines. I don't take the dead leaves and stuff out of this one because I keep hoping that it will help soften the water up a little bit. He's such a love. He's a big old monster in here with all these little bitty guys, and he doesn't bother them for nothing. I'm waiting for Dottie to get some eggs, and I put my big loaches in here, and I have noticed a huge reduction in the snails. So these bigger guys are definitely doing a number on them, and they've grown. They've doubled in size. I got them last month, and they've doubled in size already. And they're a different color than the ones that are in my big tank. My big tank, they're black and white. And these guys are kind of a cream color and brown, even when the water's not a little bit brown. I wish I could get them on a bigger. I've got one more week. I'm going to leave the charcoal in there. I've done 2 50% water changes since I medicated. And see, I had him medicated with doxycycline for 8 days. No change. I've tried Melafix, no change. I've tried that stuff I got from Walmart, no change. I put him in the pond with the softer water, no change. So I don't know, guys. I don't know how to get him to heal. I've done what I can. There's one of the loaches. Aren't they pretty? They're fun to watch. There's only 2 in here, and they seem to like to be in 2s because I had 3 over in the big tank, and I lost one of them, and 2 of them made it, and that tank is nowhere near populated. I mean, I have 3 platies, or possibly just 2. I have to go check that out. And let's see, 3, 4, maybe 6 guppies in there, and then the 2 loaches, and a 40-gallon. That's not very populated. Oops, what am I doing here? See my peace lily? It just gets thicker and thicker, but the leaves don't get bigger and bigger. And that poor thing, I don't know. It's bare stem all the way to the roots, but it's got those little bitty crowns on there. I don't know what it's doing. Anyway, if any of them's overpopulated, it's this one. But those orange guppies, I'm so overrun with them, those orange and black ones, that I didn't want all those males in that tank over there to breed. So, and there's a few of my little, I call them my mini mollies. They don't get very big. I'll have to go back and check my records, but they are over 6 months old, and their size, they may be still growing, but they're slowed down so much they're not getting very big at all. And those are Molly and Inler crosses. So we can see how it goes. I'll know. He's trying to kick some food up off the bottom. It's after I usually get up about, I've been getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they changed the release schedule for my orders, so now I'm getting up about 3:45, and they're used to eating already by then. So he's trying to kick some food up down there to just see if he can get any bug bites to pop up, because that's what this tank mostly gets, is the bug bites and a few flakes. I don't have an algae issue in this tank. I never have. It's always been pretty clear. There might be a little bit growing right there. It looks like maybe I got a little bit of hair algae, but I don't get hardly any algae in this tank. I don't know if it's the peace lily or the pothos. They're both kind of stalled. Everything seems to be just stalled out a little bit. You know, so I guess it's a good balance. I'm not getting a lot of new growth on my plants, but I'm not getting algae either. So this is my moneywort that I got from Lucas Brett's. It's finally starting to do a little something there. That stuff is slowest growing. This is my creeping Jenny. It's really doing good. It kind of seems to like it. I really do need to get a better heater for this. This heater I got in here is for a 5-gallon, and it just doesn't do anything for it. So there's that. Let's see. There's my water container. It's 3 gallons. Susan on SLC Aquatics did a video on one the other. She released it yesterday, and so I did mine back in June. Actually, I did it in the end of May, but I didn't get it videoed until June. I need to clean it up. I just moved it, but I think I'm going to move it again so it's over in front of the window, so that pothos will take off better. It's grown quite a bit. That's not the lid that goes to it. It actually has a glass lid, but I can't put a lid on there because of the pothos. So this one doesn't get water changes. It doesn't get fed. It gets fed maybe once a month. I haven't lost any fish in there, and all I do is top it off. I need to clean it up. This house is a dust magnet. Anyway, so there's my updates on that. Let's go outside. Alright, there's my tub and pond. Everything is really doing good. Really doing good out here, as far as I know. I did catch a dragonfly out here the other day, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out for dragonfly larvae. But I took a good 80% of this duckweed, and that's what I put in the aquariums, and it's already starting to overtake again. It's hilarious. So I got lots of new growth on my poor canna lily. It did bloom. It was yellow blooms. I bought orange blooms, but I ended up with yellow blooms. This down here is just doing absolutely awesome. I wish I could get it to grow up out of the tank like that is. That would be too cool. My ring has floated itself over there, but they're still over here where they're used to getting fed. I feed this about, maybe once a week, if that. They should have plenty in there to eat. They're mollies and guppies. They can live on the algae that goes rampant in there. Even though it's in the shade, it doesn't get a whole lot of full sun. Actually, it doesn't get any full sun now since I put this other shade thing up. I may see if I can pull some of that back so that it can get some of this morning daylight. Maybe the underwater plants will do better. My mint, it's got a lot of new growth on it. I had moved it over to the other side of the pond and it just didn't seem to like it over there at all. This is a desert willow cutting. I was hoping it would grow roots and grow like a regular willow tree does, but it didn't. There's a willow tree across the street from me over there on the corner. I may go see if I can sneak a limb off of it, a stick, and stick it in here. See if I can get a willow tree to start. I think that would be pretty cool. Could end up with a willow tree growing in my pond and not even have to have a shade cloth anymore. Who knows? Anyway, alright guys, it's been 22 minutes. Golly, I didn't think I could ramble that long. And that's all my changes. It's more than I thought it was. You know, when you live with it every day, you don't think about what did I do that's different and what did I change that caused that. But I know exactly what I did that changed what I caused that, because I took that mess out from under my 40-gallon and ended up with all that algae. So it was definitely doing something, wasn't it? But anyway, y'all have a great day, and I thought I'd let you know that Wayne's doing good, and we'll leave you with, it does look kind of ratty with that willow tree in there, and I need to trim all the dead stuff off of that mint. But other than that, everything is doing good out here. Doing good. So y'all have a great day. And, oh, I forgot. Oops. I forgot. My husband, bless his beautiful heart, my little blue car got severe hail damage to the tune of $11,000 worth of hail damage. So we filed the insurance claim and got it into the shop. Well, with all this mess that's going on, let's see if I can cover that part up. I don't want y'all to have my license plate number, even if it is temporary. They haven't been able to get all the parts to finish it from Honda because insurance requires that they use original Honda parts, and Honda is shut down. So anyway, we tried, didn't we? Anyway, Wayne wanted me to use his Nissan Rogue, which was really nice. It was a platinum package. It had the leather seats and every bell and whistle and hoo-ha you could think of on it. But I couldn't get the seat adjusted, so my back didn't hurt. And since I'm a delivery driver on the days that I work, I'm in my car between 6 and 8 hours a day. And that thing hurt my back so bad that after I delivered my first order, I was in tears. My back was cramping up so bad I couldn't even catch a breath. So I drove I drove a 98 Ford pickup for a little while, for about 2 weeks, and it about ate me up in gas. And I guess he just decided he got to drive the pickup. And it was hot. I couldn't leave the pickup running in between waiting for my orders, and sometimes it was an hour or more in between order pickups, and I couldn't run the truck with the air conditioner going or the engine light would come on. So I'd sit there in 104 to 108 degree weather in a hot car waiting for my orders to be ready. So he took his Rogue in and he traded it for this. Now when my little blue car gets out of the shop, I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or drive my blue car. It's going to be up to him. He's going to drive whichever one he wants. So anyway, alright, been on here long enough. I love y'all, and we'll talk to you later.